Is the US government monitoring your social media? Could your Facebook posts cost you your asylum case? The answer might surprise you. Today, I'm sharing breaking news about the Trump administration's latest plan to scrutinize immigrants online and what it means for your asylum case. I'm going to tell you what you can do to protect yourself, and we're starting right now. I'm Brian Manning, and I used to be an asylum officer with the government, but now, as an asylum lawyer, my law firm helps immigrants all over the country to secure their future in America through asylum. Let me know in the comments if you've got an asylum case pending, or maybe you're considering applying. And listen, I'd especially like to hear from you if you've been waiting for an asylum interview with USCIS for multiple years. Let me know how long you've been waiting. Breaking news, the US government just announced plans to formally request and review social media accounts from all asylum seekers, also permanent residence applicants and citizenship applicants. This troubling development comes directly from the Trump administration, which claims that this invasive measure is necessary for national security. According to a proposal published this week, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, wants to collect social media identifiers from every applicant for certain immigration benefits, including asylum, to conduct what they're calling identity verification, national security, and public safety screening and vetting. They've estimated this will affect over 3.5 million applicants. That's right, 3.5 million people seeking protection or legal status in the United States. Now, USCIS claims this is necessary to comply with Trump's Day 1 executive order titled Protecting the United States from Foreign Terrorists. Now, this might sound new, but let me tell you a secret from my time as a government asylum officer. They've actually been monitoring people's social media for years, just not as openly or maybe systematically. What's changing is that instead of simply searching for your accounts, they want you now to proactively hand over this information. They're formalizing and expanding a practice that previously existed in the shadows, and this could have implications for your asylum case. You see, this is just the latest expansion of a troubling pattern. For years, the Department of Homeland Security has used increasingly deceptive tactics to investigate immigrants online. They've created fake profiles, essentially fabricated online personas, to conduct investigations, often violating the platform's own terms of service. Now, these aren't just random searches. Immigration agencies gather extensive information from social media, your physical addresses, your relationships, employment records, and educational affiliations. All of this gets preserved in individual files, whether or not it contradicts information that you've provided or maybe seems even at all relevant to your case. By the way, if you want to maximize your chances for asylum success, then be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so that you don't miss the insights that I share on this channel. Okay, let's talk about what this means for you specifically. While at the asylum office, I personally witnessed officials finding what they considered derogatory information about applicants through public social media content. Now, they would use this against applicants during interviews, often taking things completely out of context. I remember a colleague who spotted an asylum seeker wearing a certain basketball team's hat in a Facebook photo, and my colleague immediately jumped to the conclusion that this person was in a gang that sometimes used that team's logo. And this led to hours of grueling and accusatory questioning about supposed gang involvement that ultimately went nowhere, but not before causing immense stress for the applicant. Turns out the guy was simply a big fan of the team and definitely not a gang member. Now, he was okay, but I believe many others were not so fortunate. Some applicants undoubtedly got denied because DHS found something online that appeared suspicious, but was actually completely innocent. Look, it doesn't even have to be security related information to hurt your case. Something as simple as a photo of you smiling or celebrating could be used to question the legitimacy of your fear of persecution. Oh, if you're so afraid, they might ask, then, well, why do you look so happy in this picture back around the time that, you claim all these bad things were happening to you? Now, I know this sounds ridiculous, but I assure you, that's the kind of reasoning that some asylum officers employ. You see, the problem with social media monitoring isn't just about privacy, it's about misinterpretation. Immigration officials are not properly trained to understand cultural contexts or the nuances of online communication. They might see a joke or a meme or an innocent post and completely misunderstand its meaning. What's even more concerning is that DHS doesn't just limit itself to public posts. According to documents obtained through open records requests, they've developed extensive capabilities to dig deeper. They've used services that can scour the deep web, certain chat rooms, and foreign language sources for information about applicants. Various parts of DHS, including Customs and Border Protection, CBP, and Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, have discussed creating these alias accounts to conduct investigations. Even Facebook has contacted DHS with concerns about these practices violating their user agreement. Now, the collected data isn't just used for your asylum case, it gets shared with other government entities and even private companies. ICE has previously shared information with local police, potentially putting asylum seekers at even greater risk. So what can you do to protect yourself? First, lock down all your social media privacy settings immediately. Make sure only people that you truly know and trust can see your posts, photos, and personal information. Second, don't accept friend requests or engage with strangers online. Remember, they could be government agents using fake profiles to gather information about you. Third, review your existing social media accounts for anything that could potentially be misinterpreted. Consider removing content that might be taken out of context or misconstrued. Fourth, be mindful of what you post going forward. Remember, even innocent posts can be misinterpreted by someone looking for reasons to deny your application. And finally, fifth, consider whether you need to maintain an active social media presence at all during your asylum process. While deleting all your accounts might raise questions, significantly reducing your online activity might be prudent. Also, be honest with your asylum lawyer about your social media presence. If there's anything that might be problematic, it's better that your lawyer know about it in advance so they can help you address it proactively. Look, the government's proposed rule on more aggressively using social media in immigration cases is open for public comment for the next 60 days, so it's not yet final. This means there's still time for advocacy organizations to push back against these invasive measures. If you're concerned about this policy, well, consider supporting groups fighting to protect immigrants' privacy rights. The Trump administration has made clear that restricting immigration is a top priority. This social media monitoring proposal is just one piece of a broader strategy to make the process more difficult and intimidating for applicants. But don't let this discourage you from seeking the protection that you deserve. Look, with proper preparation and awareness, you can navigate this challenging system successfully. Just be careful about your online presence and remember that anything you share could potentially be scrutinized by immigration officials. You definitely need to proactively work to prepare and present the strongest asylum case possible, given the daunting environment that we're facing, with approval rates almost certain to decline during Trump's second term in office. But look, don't despair. We won asylum cases during Trump's last term, and we're still winning them now. We will continue helping our clients secure their future in America through asylum. If you're ready to take the next step and get help with your asylum case, then please call my office today. That number is 713-909-0401. And remember, we help people all over the country, so it doesn't matter where you live. Call us now to schedule an asylum strategy session so that we can help you to secure your future in America through asylum. Again, I'm Brian Manning, and it's truly an honor to serve you in your asylum journey.